Hi everyone, this is Annalisa with Inside Real Estate. I am your group fairy squad mother, and I'm here to speak a bit about K Plus Agent Dashboard and how you can actually use some tools within this lead side as well as the overall view of your buckets to determine who may or may not have alerts set up, who do I need to maybe finesse alerts on or double check them to make sure they're pulling content if you have filters too tight and so forth. So let's talk a bit about how to go about this. Now, to gain the insight, we're going to click on leads here down this left-hand side. So you're going to click on these little people icon where it says leads. And then we're going to move our cursor right on down the page, about the middle. And you'll see actively searching, not searching. These are also equally important because they tell you who is engaging and who is not engaging on your website. You can also see who has drip set up and who doesn't, and who does not have alerts set up. Key piece of marketing that you need to make sure is set up for your contacts in the system. So you can actually click on no alerts. The page will update and manifest a list of folks of which have no alerts set up currently. And then you can click into these and see if they've viewed any properties. This person has not. You can go into alerts, create a rudimentary, like real simple generic alert for your area. Also if they came in via, like a landing page, like I could look at Terry here. And when I look at his hashtags, I'm like, oh, okay, he came in via a recruiting landing page. So I might not necessarily want to put him on alerts all the time, but I also might set him up on alerts and then email him saying, hey, just so you know, this is what the process looks like when we send out alerts. We're tied into the MLS because it lives on our dashboard. So you could loop in these tools into your daily care of your contacts as well as looping it into opportunities like with recruiting too. And if you're a KV Core user and you're listening to this for information, this would also work via your Smart CRM filter on KV Core. And then you could look at the leads individually, at the hashtags to get a little more insight on what type of alert you may set up and go forward with. Now, as we look at different buckets within your leads, I'm going to go back to the leads tab over here. And let's say I want to look at all of my new leads. So I can just click on new. And when I do that, all of my leads in that particular bucket are going to show up. Now, this is where we're going to give our leads the eyeball. This is something you can do at a glance, very, very easy to do. In fact, I double dog dare you to do this at least once a day or every other day to make sure you're on top of setting up your alerts. So there is this column here across the top, and it's this little eyeball. And what this indicates is how many total properties has this lead viewed. So you can look at this and be like, ooh, 0, 0, 0, 0, oh, hey, 11, awesome. But if you see zeros, this is a visual cue to you to get it in gear and make sure you got those alerts set up. So this means they either have not viewed the website yet because maybe they came in via a Facebook lead format or something like that where they haven't seen a property, or you do have alerts set up, but the filter is so tight, maybe they're not getting some results and you need to back off the filters a little bit. So these are things to keep in mind. And then, of course, when you're looking at the information and you want to set up the alert, like I'll pop into this one because they viewed 11 properties. But this is where you would go in and, review their activity tab. And then you can see everything they have looked at. These two, they have viewed. And you can hover over these to make sure we have the correct cities set up. So we can say Highland Falls, Monroe, New York. And then you can click on your alerts and make sure you've got your values and areas matching up to make sure you're pulling those areas. Now, if at some point, you've got filters in place where it's like, single family, no foreclosures, master on Main, then you add in some more filters like it has to be. The hot water, they have to have a 2-car attached. You can get some pretty finite listing alerts going here. And then you update it. And lo and behold, I have 0 results because I put so many tight filters in, because it filters in, right? It's not an either or, it's an and. So at this point, I would click back into my alerts and be like, oh, okay, well, maybe we can just remove the hot water. We can look at that, but I want to make sure we get some type of results. So then I can say, all right, well, we're just going to go to single family, no foreclosures, master on Main, update, and see what happens. So then it's telling me, okay, we still need to back it down just a little bit. So you can kind of look at this and gauge it and finesse these anytime you need to. But it's super, super important that you pop into your leads and you can go per bucket, or you go down here to the no alerts, set those people up, and work it into a daily or weekly routine just to stay on top of it. Now, if you have any questions anytime, it's important that you chat with support, bottom right-hand side of your dashboard, or email us anytime for K+, support@insiderealestate.com. Thank you.